So let's talk about this. Let's get into the show. All right. So Candy sits with Sonya and lets her know that she's probably not going to be fooling with her because she likes to ride the fence. Sonya then tries to let Candy know, well, the information that Drew and Kenya came back to you with wasn't what was told to me. I did not like, first of all, I
The
love that
lies.
Candy told her that. Right. But I didn't like how Sonya said it like she was, like she still knew that Marlo told her the truth. Like it was still a fact. Like what Candy and Drew said was a lie. I didn't like that at all. And I'm just like, girl, is you still believe in Marlo? And I just want to know, like, what's happening behind the scenes that you believe Marlo so hard? Because for me, it's a giving. Do you want to rub one?
I was just about to say it's giving they hunching.
Because it's not making sense. It's not like I'm not. And can I
Y'all
just go
might
back a
be
little
right.
bit? Can I go back? I just because I said this in my review, and I just want to say it for the masses that didn't hear. Sonya, I don't want to hear you talk no more about trying to have a child because ain't no way your husband out there in Austin handling business that he's trying to move to Atlanta but has yet to move to Atlanta. I don't want to hear any more about that. If you was willing to go back and forth from Birmingham to Atlanta, back to Birmingham for Kenya, when if you was really trying to have a child, you wouldn't be waiting for your husband to get back. You'll be taking that drive or flying out there to Austin to hop on that pin and do what you gotta do. So let that part of the storyline go for the people, okay? But yeah, I was glad that Candy told her what it was. Any thoughts?
I was glad Candy told her what it was too. I think Candy had to get that off her chest. I mean, you could tell it was something that she had been peeping for a long time. And I always felt like, see, this is the thing with Candy. Candy is a really nice, welcoming person. And I peeped since Sonya's first season that she was a get in where she fit in type of girl. So I knew when she didn't get in where she wanted to with Candy and Kenya that she was gonna do the fool. And I always felt like Candy kind of accepted that until it, directly impacted her. So I'm glad that Candy can actually see her for what it is and say to her face, like, hey, I'm gonna have to stop fucking with you too. Cause Sonya is she acting like Advocate Sue. That's who she acting
She
like.
is.
You want to advocate for everything that don't make sense. You want to tell somebody that 2 + 2 is 6, and I'm not here for it.
I don't even like that she started yelling at Candy. I would have been like, you need to bring it down. Bring it on
Bring it
down.
on down.
Bring it on down for start
Before I
blowing up
blow
on
up
your
on
ass.
your ass.
Yes, because I was like, first of all, who are you screaming at? And why are you screaming at me on behalf of Marlo talking about you mad about something that's not the issue? Girl, how you gonna tell me what the issue is in an argument between me and her?
Yep.
This ain't even got
Exactly.
nothing to do with you. How you gonna tell me what the issue is? And especially when I feel like we all know that y'all are in a fake ass alliance. Like y'all are not friends. Y'all are in an alliance.
The
And
C
it's
team.
exactly that's what it's giving. It's giving we're going to be anti Candy and Kenya for the sake of it. I was Kenya. I was bottom rung bitch. I don't care. Why would I respect you? What's to respect? I was Kenya. I'm not about to play with you no more. I'm not about
But
to play this game.
Kenya,
Period.
when Kenya was saying all that was coming from, and your own mama didn't even want you.
Oh yeah.
Kenya has not,
Ooh.
like, I don't expect Kenya to let that shit go, but I know when Kenya was saying that, it was coming from deep down inside. You a bottom rung bitch, and I've been waiting to tell your ass.
But she is. Like, you go to the depths of hell in order to get at somebody. And then it's the projection for me. Saying shit like telling Candy she don't have a good character, she's not a good person, she's not a good friend, she's selfish, she's privileged. All of these things that really are examples of Marlo's personality. Like, and then I'm tired of Sonya acting like you don't hear what the Marlo be saying. Marlo has said several times what her issue was about Candy not being held accountable and how she gets to skate on not talking about certain things, and you wanted to talk about the shooting because Candy's always getting away with not having to share, and y'all want her to work for her check. Stop playing in our faces talking about this about some damn funeral and some flowers. Girl, get the hell out of here with that. That is not what this is about. I don't even think Marlo cared about her nephew like that. You didn't even know he worked for
1000%. Cause then she text Candy about some money 3 days later about getting some
Girl,
money if she sign up.
trying to do a business situation with her, girl. You saw my nephew die. He worked for you a while back. Yeah, well, I'm sorry, girl. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I'm
sad.
disgusted with
Oh, well,
that.
girl, I got a business opportunity for you. If you trying to make a little money right fast, you can holler at me. Girl, you ain't care about that, man. You was just trying to have a storyline to make Candy look bad. And I think you feel bad about how everybody read your ass down last season. So everything we read you about last season, you trying to come to us with a fake storyline to counteract. And I don't
Yep.
believe none of it. Not the nephews, not the therapy, none of it.
What did y'all think about Marlo thanking Courtney so much for helping her connect with somebody to expunge their record?
I don't believe it. Another thing I don't believe, fake.
Yeah, Courtney is just a pawn for her to get her storyline across, just like her nephew. May he rest in peace. Marlo's character disgusts me. It is below. Yeah, out of the reality TV shows I watch, I think. Oh damn! If I have to think about the most disgusting personalities I've seen, it's gonna be Marlo first, then Phaedra, and then I say Jen Shaw.
Jocelyn.
Oh, I was
At
just
the
talking about
top for me.
Housewives world.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, Jocelyn would be there. I was just talking about Housewives.
I've been rewatching season 7 of Atlanta, and Nene, I don't know how y'all liked her back then. Like, she is so
Really?
unlikable.
I love Nene.
I did not like her. I didn't. I really didn't. I was when she left, I didn't even care. I was glad at the time.
Me
But
too.
over
I was so happy.
yeah, I was like, you gotta come back.
Wow.
I
But
was
over
tired
time,
of her
I was like,
giving.
y'all can bring it back.
I was happy because I felt like she was just tarnishing her legacy. Like, I was happy, like, because I knew that was best for her. But I selfishly still wanted Nene there.
I'm gonna tell you what it was. She got on Broadway and lost her fucking mind. She got on Broadway, got them TV shows, and all of a sudden she was better than the show. And I don't have time for these girls and
She
all of
did.
this. And she
Cashing
was giving
Trump's check.
everybody, right? She was getting new teeth and giving everybody her ass to kiss.
She
And
did.
it wasn't that serious. You wasn't solidified in that career enough for you to take that tone with people, especially because we know that you had been hating on Candy since the very beginning because Candy had a real career and you didn't, and she was coming on
Facts.
and you thought she was gonna overshadow
Fly
you.
above all these haters.
Okay, I fly above. So yeah, I was watching it back and I was like, the wigs that she would wear, y'all would let her get away with just looking a hot ass mess, as if she didn't look a hot ass mess. Like, this is the time where people wearing like sew-ins and natural roller wraps that move and shit, and she's sitting up
That
there with
move.
that girl, yeah, and she's sitting up there with that stiff ass blonde blunt shortcut with that light pink lipstick on, with the first nose job. I was looking like a damn dodo bird. I was just kind of like, girl, why is she doing this to me?
No. You said why she doing
Hilarious.
this to me, Bobby?
For real. Like, it was too much. Like, it was way too much. And she was really mean to everybody. And I'm also mad that they got rid of Claudia. Because I feel like
Me too.
Claudia was like, bitch, I will bump titties with you. Let's do it. Like, let's fight. I want to do it. Because everybody else was acting like a punk. And I feel like Claudia and Kenya were the only ones that was kind of over Nene and the foolishness. Even Candy at that point was trying to like play it close to Nene and not have beef with her because she thought it was in her best interest.
She did because she used to act the ass, and her and Candy would always get to this point of, oh, but we respect each other. We respect each other. Like, that was
Yes,
what they would always say. I didn't
exactly.
appreciate Claudia when she was on the show because I felt like it was her case in point to be like, I'm not scared of Nene.
Mm.
And
But
she
yeah,
read
good
her the fuck
times.
down. She read her down. So y'all, the fact that they was literally sitting at that table laughing at the way Claudia was reading Nene, but Nene is like, laughing about, the things that she was saying, like, your clit has left your body and all of that. That shit wasn't even funny like that. It was like, girl, what?
Yo.
Like, but
And
the
she
way
said, when you
Claudia
were
read
my
her,
age, when I was your, what she said, when
yeah,
you
she
were
said,
my
when you
age,
were
you
my
had
age, you had
edges. Edges.
girl,
Spell
girl.
bridesmaids. The S is not silent.
Oh, she was killing her left and right, girl.
When I
It was
made my
hilarious.
bridesmaids t-shirts, 2 of the quotes was Claudia. And I'm like, damn, you know what? I should have went up for her when she was on the show.
And I did too, y'all. I went up for Claudia when she was on the show because she was cool. Like, she would talk to people on Twitter and shit. Back in the day, she was just cool. And I felt like I was tired of Nene's like, I'm above y'all attitude. Because it was like, girl, for what?
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm.
But this right now that's going on, I'm
Mhm.
gonna tell y'all, when you really look back, the Marlo situation, Marlo has been flip flopping and using people, and like, I think what she does is she pretends to be a good person. She'll send people gifts, she'll check in on them, but all of that is
Yep.
like long game investment. Cause she feels like,
Yes.
oh, I did all of this for you, so now I'm expecting you to be a friend to me. And it's like, that's not,
Opportunist.
yes,
When
that's
I'm
not why
lying and
you do
getting
shit.
over on the next person, you supposed to go for me.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Upper damn tunist is what she is. Talking about something. If Candy would have just only supported her cousin's death or her nephew's death, it would have brought them closer. No, it wouldn't have. You would have used something against her just like you did with Kenya when you tried to throw in her face the fact that her mama didn't want her or whatever when y'all was getting close. Shut the hell
I
up.
mean, what's even more so bothersome to me is the people around Marlo who will try to go through backflips to understand the bullshit that she on. Courtney,
Right.
Sonya, Sheree. Huh?
Exactly. I can't take it, girl. And then Marlo up there lying to about her and Candy. I just wanted something different from my friend of 10 years plus. Can you stop saying that? Cause y'all ain't
Yeah,
been
y'all ain't
friends for a
friends.
decade. Like that's not what happened, ma'am. And then you gonna call this lady selfish and stuff, but she wasn't selfish when she helped you get a show. But you messed that up though. So okay, I can't. It be the fans that go crazy for her. Oh, cause y'all don't like Candy. Girl, I'm starting to question y'all. But let's keep going.
And also because they the same type of personality. They're the same type of gutter snipe, bottom of the barrel, grimy ass
Marlo
bitches
and who?
themselves. All her fans. I think Marlo is a prototype that people identify within themselves, and they want us to always like give her pats on the back and believe her because they're those people in their dynamics. They're the ones that
Um,
gaslight, that lie, that
I
project.
don't think so. I think that they're
Really?
nah. I
Not
don't think so. I
everybody.
think that
I mean,
people
of
who go
course,
up for
not
Marlo are
everybody.
people who get a thrill out of her being the big bad wolf. They probably like the losers, to be honest, who would never do that shit.
Mm,
Mm.
mm.
It's
So
very much
that's
giving
another
C
way.
team.
It's getting who?
C team.
Oh, see Tim. Yeah.
Yeah, third string housewives.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
so I mean, listen, the only reason I say that is because I feel like what I have learned is that most people's perspective really does come from how they feel in their own dynamics and how they
Mm-hmm.
look for people to kind of let them say whatever and do whatever in dynamics. Like the people that like Giselle, I'm sorry, the people who I know in real life that like Giselle, they are the Giselle.
Hmm.
They're
Now
her.
I have to oppose. I have to speak up because y'all know I used to like her. I used to like
Oh,
her.
I didn't
But
know
Used
that.
to.
yeah,
I
Used
did
you
to.
not know
do.
that, Jay.
You asked me. You asked me that. You was like, why did I like Giselle and Robin? I was like, I don't know. It was just something about them. Because I
Oh,
couldn't
Girl,
okay.
stand Monique at one point, and I loved her because I feel like she came across fake and she tried to be perfect Patty or whatever. They used to drag
Wow.
her. I used to love it.
I used to like
But
Robin until Monique came on.
I'm not like a Giselle though. You know what I'm saying? Like
no, but you
I don't
also
like
don't
her.
still like her either. Like
I'm
we've been
not
with
like
What?
her.
Marlo for a long time. Like you should know who it is by now. Why do you still like this lady after all of these years of all, she has never changed. What do you like about her? Her fashions,
Mm.
that's it?
What fashions?
Oh,
Exactly.
Le Archive.
That's
The
all I'm
archive.
saying, y'all. It's certain people. To me, it's certain people that I think a lot of their fans have their same type of personality. They're mean girls. They mean and they assholes, and they like when people who are mean and assholes win because it makes them feel like they will too.
Mm.
Oh, I
Not
Okay.
like Nene,
everybody. Not
but
everybody,
low
y'all.
key, I like Nene because my mama low key remind me of Nene.
Girl, I'm about to say, go watch it again. Go
Good
watch it
night.
again.
I do. Oh
Cause
my
I'm gonna tell
god.
you, go watch it again. Y'all ain't gonna like it if you watch it again. It's so aggravating, y'all. And then I'm watching it back the way Portia was so damn childish, and they would just be laughing about stuff. Like
Mhm.
Claudia was like, "Bitch, what you laughing at?" Like it was aggravating, y'all. Like you gotta watch that shit back. Peacock really came through in a clutch with streaming all them old seasons.
Hmm.
What y'all think about Kenya wanting to have some more Mark's babies with this
Hang it up,
embryo?
hang it
Oh, I
up,
forgot all
Kenya.
about that. She was
I'm
Hang
a
it
little
wilding
up.
with
mixed.
that one.
I'm mixed.
It
I
made
No,
me. Oh, Jamie, please.
because I'm like, dang, girl, you spent all that money to house them embryos only to throw them away and get nothing out of it. Because you gotta, don't you gotta pay to house them. You gotta
Yeah,
pay
you gotta
that
pay
every
for
month.
storage.
That's why I'm like, dang, like I would hate for that money to go to waste, right? Because here's the thing: it's no disrespect to Kenya, but what are the odds of her really finding a good candidate in a man to
You mean
actually go
like
on to
a
have
husband
children
or
with?
just a sperm donor?
A husband. She can get a sperm donor anywhere, but then she already got her embryos. That's a whole nother fee to go and get a sperm donor and then mix your embryo. It's like she's starting the process all over again. So I'm a little mixed, but I know Mark is not going to give her what she wants. At least I don't think, because everything that she's tried to get with this divorce, he's the reason that it's prolonged because he keep denying everything. So I'm a little mixed. I don't want her to have no more children with him for real, but what's gonna be the better thing? I mean, is he gonna even be involved? I mean,
I was
Hell no.
that
thinking
would be a
like
problem.
this must be what Khloe Kardashian was thinking. When she explained it, I was like, oh, so this is why Khloe still decides to have kids by Tristan, even though they went together.
To me, I think that Kenya hasn't fully healed if she thinks it's worth it to have another kid with this man simply for the sake of not having more than
Another
one
baby
child.
daddy.
Yeah, like
That's
that's
crazy.
ridiculous. It's not that
I
serious.
do
Like I
agree with
really
that.
want y'all to get over that. It's really not that serious.
It's not.
If you weren't supposed to have children with more than one person, you wouldn't be able to. Like if God really intended for you not to do that in such a serious way, he would have made it so that once you had a baby with one person, that was the only person that you could get pregnant by. But that's not how any of this works. So stop putting all of that extra shit on it. You already a 40 something 50 something year old woman with kids that you didn't had from science. Like like come on. Like get out of your head with the respectability politics. But for me, the reason why I said no and she needs to hang it up is because I feel like she don't really want another child because she wants another child. Wanting another child so Brooklyn can have a playmate is not a good enough reason to have another child, especially
I
not
don't
another
think so
child with
either.
Mark Daly. Like, hey, girl.
And
Mm.
especially when you almost lost your life delivering.
Hell yeah. Like
Hello?
surrogacy or nothing, girl. Surrogacy or nothing.
That's what I say. And that's a whole nother fee. So I don't know. Maybe she need to get a whole nother sperm donor and just go with
Definitely.
that. And then that way she don't have to deal with no dad at all. Cause I think that would be kind of messed up
Y'all
when I
know
think
why she
about it.
probably don't want to get a sperm donor.
Why?
But what you will know is that he needed a medium
Ooh.
sized pizza
Ooh, shit. So he ejaculated in a
Calculated
cup
into a
so
cup.
in a
you can
cup.
have a kid. Now
Now
check.
check
Check that.
that.
Y'all, let me tell y'all something.
Wow.
I can't stand Phaedra. It's like I feel like she's one of them people that she really irked me because I hate fake church lady people. You a freak, you nasty, and you mean and you petty, but you act like you above it all. I can't stand that shit. She really irks me, but I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Apollo was the worst. I'm watching this shit
He
back.
was.
Shireen is over there still getting the worst. She might be getting tongue because they had nasty kiss, y'all. Phaedra and Apollo had a little nasty ass tongue kiss. And then on couples retreat, he tongue kissed Shireen in that same way. I was just like, oh, he must be
Ew.
real nasty in bed. Ugh.
On that air
Not
mattress.
good. Oh Lord.
Ooh.
Thank you, Jania, for the super chat. I think it's also because at Kenya's age, she probably gonna struggle trying to retrieve more eggs. So she wanna use the embryo. This is a great point too. I ain't think about that. Yeah, she probably is going to struggle. Yeah, it didn't sound like she had any eggs that were unfertilized. So
I don't have an issue with her
dang.
using her embryos, like especially if she can make sure that he don't have no say so, no dealings.
But
I
see,
don't see
that's
a
messed up.
problem.
And that's what I
Why?
was thinking. But this is what I also started as I thought about it more. But what if that baby is like, that's my daddy, but he don't get me? He only comes and get Brooklyn. Girl, let me stop. Because that baby was up, that Brooklyn was up there in New York and he still didn't come get
And
Brooklyn.
that's what I'm
But
saying. He's
what if
not a
he sent the
present parent
gift?
as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, listen, that will probably be a conversation that Kenya will have to have. But to me, I feel like if I want to have another baby with your embryos, and we're not gonna agree to it, then I don't think she should do it. But if she's gonna be like, okay, well, I'll just take care of myself and I won't rely on you, then that's another thing. But I also feel like he's still gonna want to do for Brooklyn. So yeah, it would still
Yeah.
make the baby feel like we both your kid, but you only want to take care of and show love toward Brooklyn. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, can you just hang it up, baby? You had
Yeah, because
Brooklyn,
that
that was
baby
good
gonna
enough.
it's that
Or
baby probably gonna
adopt,
resent her. That
adopt.
baby, yes, adopt. Because that baby could resent her and like, why did you have me under these circumstances when you already knew my daddy wasn't gonna be da da da.
Right.
all because you wanted my sister to have like yikes.
A playmate.
Right.
When she
Yeah.
got all these friends. You better send her over there by Candy House to play with Blaze and get out my face.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's
and
what I was
Drew,
thinking
maybe.
too.
Okay. And
All
her
right.
other homegirl, everybody got kids. Girl, send them. You better send them kids over to their
Oh,
friend's house.
Akila or
Send them
Sheila, that
kids.
girl.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she tripping. It's not that deep. Get her a dog.
Yeah, agreed.
Let's walk. Anything else on Real Housewives of Atlanta?
I just really don't like Sonya. She's been so disappointing. And Sheree, shut up. I'm tired of Sheree. That seating arrangement was trash. How you going? Because to me, if you was really trying to join the sides, why is it that you only separated Kenya, Candy, and Drew, and you, Sonya, and Marlo were all sitting next to each other?
And
Ooh.
where the fuck did those tears come from, Sheree?
I didn't see any, so I don't know where they came from because they didn't land.
I just want
Mm.
everyone to get along.
Like,
And it
girl, I
wasn't
don't
even that
believe you.
serious.
It
Like,
wasn't.
She was acting like she was talking to the OG cast. Like they had all been friends forever.
Like
And
Nene and Kim were there. Like, girl,
yeah.
your friend's Kim's not here. Calm down.
and who is everybody that needs to get along? You're really talking about Marlo and Candy, but every chance you get, you take a shot at Candy. So do you really want them to get along? Like, what you talking about? Y'all are a
Right.
mess.
That was stupid.
Well,